Battles raging on Capitol Hill. Democrats are making a full court press. Earlier, a group of Democratic senators used a news conference to slam this secretive GOP process.
Many people have been asking me what's in the Senate's health care bill. Unfortunately, I don't know what's in the bill. Our colleagues who are working in secret right now seem to have a disturbing lack of interest in transparency.
The secrecy behind the bill really shows that they know they can't defend it to their constituents.
If the Republicans were proud of what they were doing, they would be telling the world.
All right, Casey Hunt is live on Capitol Hill. Casey, nice to see you. I understand you were there when three other senators actually went over to the Congressional Budget Office. What were they trying to do?
Hi, Allie. Yeah, I mean, look, it was a little bit of a show, but it's designed to draw attention to exactly what you were just hearing from those other Democratic senators who say that this bill that Republicans are pushing through is being written almost entirely in secret. This is a huge piece of legislation. It affects, as you pointed out, 1/6 of the economy, millions of Americans' health insurance. Look, I covered every markup and hearing of the Affordable Care Act back when they pushed that through Congress. I was a health care policy reporter at the time. This process is entirely different, and Democrats do not know what's going on. A lot of Republicans we stop and talk to in the hallways say they don't know what's going on. What we do know is that Republicans have been sending pieces of this bill over to the Congressional Budget Office. The idea being that once they have a bill and they have to send it over there, they'll be able to get an analysis, a score that says how much this bill is going to cost a little bit more quickly. They have to have that before they put it on the floor. And if a vote is going to actually happen next week, they're going to need that. So these Democrats went over to the CBO to see if they could track down some of the pieces that Republicans have been sending. Needless to say, they didn't find it. Take a look.
Newsflash, we didn't get the bill. The CBO has an understandable confidentiality agreement with the people that they're working with.
With a little bit of humor to expose the absurdity of this moment in time. So we didn't get a bill here, but what we got is a further affirmation that this is just a really destructive process when it comes to the workings of the Senate.
So the next step here, Mitch McConnell, the Senate Majority Leader, just told reporters that they'll have a discussion draft coming out on Thursday. That, of course, is what we expect will be sent to the CBO. They'll have a score potentially by Monday. Aides are saying that the vote could come as soon as next week. But the question here now is, can they get 50 Republican votes to pass it? That's not clear at all. We're told that Republican Senator Ben Sasse of Nebraska, one of my colleagues says, Leanne Caldwell reports, is a hard no on this bill. They can only afford to lose 3 of these Republicans before this whole thing will fall apart for them. So they are really balanced on a knife's edge right now.